G'day guys and welcome back to ACL Melbourne, sponsored by Plantronics, BenQ and of course Riot Games. My name is Menace and joining me once again is Max.
Slappy Baggins as well is the possibility of the name there, and I'm really excited. We've got the grand final here between WobblyBears and Team Immunity. Team Immunity have been destroying this tournament.
That they have shown their strength in playing all lanes. All the lanes done really well throughout the entire tournament, and here we are again at the grand final between WobblyBears and Immunity, and these guys have versed each other before.
Absolutely, and one thing we've really got to touch on, because I feel like it has to be said, is the fact that at the end of the last game, X5 seemed like they were trolling a little bit. They were actually trying to give Teals a pentakill for his birthday on that Lulu. So it wasn't actually a troll. So we're actually into the picks and bans now, though, and Cassidy banned out straight away.
Straight away, taken away from Perfection. Now, Perfection is known for his Cassidy play, targeted directly at him for obvious reasons. He did get a chance to play some throughout the weekend and just cleaned up and did a really good job. So Vayne being banned out for the WobblyBears, taking that away from Radio.
No one wants to see.
At
the same time, yeah, no one wants to see Radio on that. And Zed being banned out as well, so Perfection's being targeted here a little bit.
They are, and I don't know whether the third ban will be targeted at their top lane for Immunity. We'll have to see. Fizz, wow, they just want Perfection to play nothing.
Yeah, and this has been banned against these guys a lot. X5 banned out the exact same champions against WobblyBears. Possibly not in the game that we saw, but it has happened before. So very, very interesting. And just a target onto Perfection.
That does leave Lee Sin open for Maddie.
That's true, although Immunity do have first pick, so they could take away that Lee Sin if they wanted to. Possibly. One thing I want to note as well is Elise has been banned, targeted against Alicia, and that is a really big deal because he's been doing a lot of work on that champion.
He does. He plays it quite a lot. Now, Thresh being picked up.
I thought a Zach might have come out there as the pickup because Swiper did a lot of work on that Thresh. It was ridiculous. And Renekton has been taken away from Swiper as well. So Swiper's champions that he's been really, really good on has been that Renekton and the Zach. So it's interesting to see the Thresh being picked up and not the Zach. But that being said, we haven't actually seen it picked up here from WobblyBears. So
hovering over Lee Sin now. Another 30 seconds. There's Riven being hovered over as well. Not too sure whether that is going to be the final picks.
Very interesting.
Maybe SA wants to play that Lee Sin in the jungle. We don't know. And we will have to actually hide those summoners away. Hopefully get that done for you guys. Yeah, so Riven and Lee Sin being hovered over now for those guys.
I don't know about this because I would have thought that they want to get that Lee Sin pickup onto Maddie, and Maddie switches over. There it is. So they were just trolling us, of course. So Star's going to be on that. Janna in the bot lane. Of course, Perfection might be playing at mid. You know, mid Janna is a thing, but not expecting it at this point. And Zach being left open, so they can pick that up if they want it. And there it is. And I found it pretty surprising that they went for that Janna instead of the Zach, but not entirely sure what the headspace is. And Jarvan being looked at. Look, let's just not say anything until stuff's locked in.
Yeah.
Because, to be honest, I feel like they're trolling us.
They are. That's what they want to do. They're just trolling us casters. Yeah, so Rosie wants to play that Thresh, and he has been playing the skill shot hook champions, Blitzcrank, all weekend.
Absolutely.
Haven't seen him on Thresh yet, but I'm sure he'll do just as well on that Thresh.
Yeah, very aggressive. You know, he likes to pick those Zara-type champions, you know, with the skill shots, and really wants to be aggressive in lane, and Thresh is perfect for that. But Swiper looking at going for this Zach, which is what we predicted. He's an incredibly strong champion, and Swiper just knows his limits on that champion as well.
All right, there it is, the lock-in for J4 for Alicia, and Zach being locked in as well for Swiper.
And Ezreal looking to be taken here from Radio, who's been playing that Ezreal to perfection. No pun intended, of course, on Perfection's name. And Claire wanting to take that back. He did play a dominating game, though, on Varus earlier, so I don't know whether this is going to work out. I haven't actually seen Claire playing on Ezreal before. I'm sure he's a very competent Ezreal player. Shaco being locked
there it
in.
Is. Yeah, we've seen Essie play Shaco before. He was very aggressive in the previous Shaco play. Went very deep into the enemy jungle and completely counter jungled as much as possible. So we'll see if that's maybe what he's going for this time.
Absolutely.
As Ezreal is locked in.
And it fits in really well with the Lee Sin pickup as well, this Shaco, just because of the incredible early pressure that they have. And Rosie hovering over that Teemo as per usual.
Yeah, he always does that.
Yeah, not going to be locking that one in, I assume. But This is where we're going to find out what Heavens is going to be playing in that mid lane. Will he be doing the Lulu strategy that he's been busting out, or maybe that Ahri? So we'll have to see what they decide to go with.
He might even go for some of his more standard.
One thing we've got to note as well is TF is still up.
Yeah, not really much TF being played around the tournament, but it is a thing to know. I mean, it hasn't been banned too much.
Well, Perfection did use it in the game that WobblyBears played against X5 to win the game.
Yep.
You know, he picked off Orianna, Swiffer on that Orianna, and that really turned the game in their favor. So that's the Ahri being picked up, and Radiant hovering over his Corki. Radiant definitely known for his Corki, but
Changed the last second.
As I said, we've really just got to stop making decisions before things have actually gone down. Twitch and Lysandra being locked in.
Ooh, very nice. So we'll see that Lysandra head towards mid lane and Thresh Twitch bot lane. Very aggressive indeed.
Really, really aggressive. Those hooks land and you get those auto attacks into that expunge, and that's so much damage coming out of Twitch as well. And with that lockup from Thresh and all the CC he provides, that's a really, really scary lane. Janna is going to be helpful with Thresh trying to come in and put that box down. She will be able to Monsoon to get him out of there once they hit that level 6, but we'll just have to see how it goes. And Ezreal, of course, incredibly mobile.
Very sure. And Matty is very comfortable on Lee Sin. He's been playing immaculate Lee Sin all weekend. And Perfection taking out Malphite mid lane.
Very interesting.
It is very interesting. I wonder how that's going to transition against the Lysandra. So, I mean,
they're missing a lot of large amounts of AP damage. Malphite can build it.
Yep.
I mean, I've seen DFG Malphites do some ridiculous things with the ground slam and the unstoppable force combo. So, I mean, that'd be something hilarious to see, but I don't think it'd be coming out because Malphite is often used for his massive amounts of tankiness. He will probably build, you know, the Sork boots and possibly more like the Sunfire cape, you know, to get that damage in.
Yep. All right, another thing to note here, Shaco going very aggressive, not picking up Flash. Obviously has that skill to be able to flash around, but taking away Ignite instead of Flash.
Yeah, his early game potential is going to be huge, and we can definitely count on seeing him in the enemy jungle a lot. Alicia is on that J4 though, and Jarvan is known for being pretty strong in the early game, and they've got that Zac Jarvan combo, which is so valuable. Mm-hmm. And that gang potential together with all of those knockups is pretty ridiculous.
It is. So Stars playing the Janna down bot lane. I mean, a Thresh hook is probably going to be the end of her or Ezreal. It depends on who it lands on. I guess Ezreal, being the mobile ADC that he is, can escape quite easily.
Yeah, he'll be relying on that arcane shift to get out of all that skill shot from Rosie there in the bot lane, which will be fairly reliable. And we've got the tornado as well. I mean, a well-placed tornado could definitely stop a Thresh from coming in on you. So there'll be some exciting action happening there in the bot lane, definitely.
I'm very interested to see how top lane is going to work out for Matty against Swiper on the Zac. There's so much sustain from him and burst damage potential. He's going to have a hard time. I'm pretty sure that Swiper will do his best to bully him as much as possible. And they do know that Matty has been playing exceptional. So I'd expect a few ganks.
A fair bit of focus there in the top lane.
A lot of focus. That
being said, I mean, once Matty gets his Ravenous Hydra, he's going to be able to sustain up as well as that Zac, I reckon. And that's going to turn into a lane where neither one can hurt each other.
Yep.
So we'll have to see how it goes. That being said, Matty is known for his roaming. He's known for getting around the map and killing everyone, pretty much. So we'll just have to see whether he can play that really powerful Lee Sin that we've seen and possibly take a game off immunity.
That would be nice to see. They are undefeated in this tournament so far.
Absolutely, and they seem to be undefeated in a way where they 21-0 people. You know, it's a bit of a disgusting thing. So hopefully we can see WobblyBears really putting it to immunity and giving them a game. Because I could imagine they might be feeling like they're pretty comfortable right here, you know? Maybe not stepping up to the plate with all that they've got just because they don't really think that it's going to be a problem, especially with the performance they made against WobblyBears last time.
It is. So Immunity would be feeling very confident coming into this match right now, seeing as it was a rather one-sided team fight.
I think it was 17-1.
Something like that.
Yeah, something really, really disgusting.
It was a 7 somewhere.
Yep. So, look, and we've got Esse who's been playing that Shaco to perfection. He's playing it really, really well. Matty on his Lee Sin, which we've seen can carry games on his own. And Perfection I haven't seen this Malphite from Perfection before, but he seems to be playing any champion he wants and doing really well.
He did play a Nasus mid.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Didn't work out very well.
No, I think that was against Immunity. Yeah. Yeah, and that was against Heavens' Ahri as well, and Heavens just went completely ballistic with that champion.
Yeah, that was, I guess, a difficult match for poor old Perfection to play a Nasus on, but we are heading into the game now, guys. And while we're here, we're going to take a look at the beautiful teams. We've got Immunity here on the left-hand side. Just keep in mind, the colours will not be matched up. The coloured lighting will not be matched up. It is for the first one. Second game, it probably won't happen because they're going to swap sides. But yeah, while we're here, we're going to take a chance to thank our sponsors, Plantronics, BenQ, and of course Riot Games, for supplying upping the prize pool to $12,000. That's a huge amount of money, and the winner of this will take away a huge chunk of that.
Absolutely.
And these guys here, WobblyBears, or even Immunity, will take away second place.
And WobblyBears definitely looking focused right now. They really want to take this game to Immunity and really show them why they're in this grand final position.
Some cool skins as well. You get to see. I like Darkforged Jarvan. So
yeah, Darkforged Jarvan's pretty cool.
It is a very nice skin as we are in the game now. And will it be a fairly? I think it might be pretty quiet this first few minutes of the game.
Yeah, we could, unless Shaco does some crazy box action. We'll have to see whether they do any grouping and invading. Shaco, of course, wanting to take that box early on, does have the fear, but possibly not the best level 1 champion for a team fight. But we'll just see how they go. Immunity, incredibly strong level 1, though.
Yeah, very, very strong level 1. If Rosie lands one of those death sentences, it's all over.
Yeah, it's incredibly
Living
scary.
up to its name completely. A death sentence for those guys.
That being said, they're invading separate areas.
They are completely different sides of the map. And Immunity always looking for this blue buff. And there's a death sentence just into the brush. Just making sure no one's sticking around. And there is the ward. Maybe Immunity looking to go towards that blue buff and steal it away. Probably just going to trade up those two buffs between the two junglers.
Yeah, and it seems to me that WobblyBears are playing a little bit scared. I mean, Shaco's unknown to, start in odd places, but he's just going to start in his red, keep it safe, and they've got the whole team there to back him up if there is going to be any invades coming in from Immunity. And they are setting up down here. There is a ward that will spot them coming in, though.
Very true. That's if they even move. Maybe they're going to wait until... nope, here they go. They do start moving, and they throw down the flag in the brush.
But WobblyBears definitely know that Immunity are coming around. This is really, really dangerous. There are a lot of boxes in this brush, but they're all getting out of there.
No, and no boxes being set up for red buff. So they're kind of expecting maybe the Immunity were going to come around to that red buff and face check, but surely Immunity would not do that.
No. So, no level 1 skirmishes at this point. Star's taking a little bit of damage from a Heaven's Q there, coming out of Lysandra.
All right, and here comes Twitch.
Oh,
my
wow.
God, this could be big trouble now. Radiant in a lot of trouble into those boxes.
And that was a blind Sonic Wave there onto Radiant as well. Aiming for Rosie, I would assume, because he was actually stealth at that point.
He was.
Landing another one as well. Matty just showing that he can hit those skill shots.
Thought for sure that would be first blood. Oh, well.
Yeah, it was very, very scary. Still, it was a 2 versus 2, and didn't actually proc any of those boxes, which is the thing that's it's definitely the main thing.
All right, let's have a look at these items. Lysandra has got a Doran's shield up against Perfection playing this Malphite.
That is very, very interesting.
All right,
Perfection opting for that crystalline flask.
I've only just noticed myself.
There
the
has been a lane swap.
Yeah, not even paying attention. And that's what they've done. They've said, look, we need to deal with Matty, and we'll just do a nice and easy lane swap. It's a poor old swiper. Stuck down that bottom lane. Heavens.
And, yeah, Essie just coming in to put his mark down on Heavens. But no actual kill there. The E from Lysandra is definitely incredibly powerful to get out of any sticky situation. Jarvan having a look around the mid lane. Perfection's very far back, though. Not going to be ganked at this point. And the blue buff still up, and Shaco is lurking around. This is going to be very dangerous with 2 people in the top lane, though.
Malicia could be in a bit of trouble here. And I'm not sure if we can see... oh, yeah, there's lots of pings coming out. It doesn't look like there's going to be much action happening over there.
And we do have the bot lane of WobblyBears going back right now. They do not want this 2v1 situation at all. They really want to lane against that Twitch Thresh and give Matty that solo lane that he really wanted.
Yeah, they do. They're trying to swap it out as we do head into a pause. Hopefully it won't be too long before we do get that rectified. Remember, this is the grand final now for ACL Melbourne. Best of 3 between Team Immunity and the WobblyBears. My name's Menace. Just reminding you, this is Max Slappy Baggins.
Absolutely. And look, there is a 200 gold lead. Immunity, of course, farming incredibly well, being the really high-class team. And That's because of this Malphite-Lissandra matchup in the mid lane. You know, Malphite being melee, it's going to be very hard for him not to take a whole bunch of harass from that Lissandra. Being a sort of short-range caster, who is, you know, still a ranged hero, but the fact that Perfections is a melee hero, it's going to be a real problem for him because Lissandra still has the range advantage when she doesn't normally in that mid matchup.
All right, Rosie heading back, and they're going to do the lane swap dance. I think Zach will be heading top. Yep. So back to normal lanes for Immunity, and the two, the ADC and support headed towards that top lane for the WobblyBears. They just really don't want this 2v1, but it's happening, whether they like it or not.
Yeah, absolutely. And Swipe is just like, oh, come on, guys. Just let me be in a lane where I can farm. But no dice.
No dice. I'm sure Swiper is
yeah, good guy Swiper. Good guy Swiper. He's happy to just take the 2v1. And actually not really caring, you know, getting that stretching strike or the stretch Armstrong, as I like to call it. And Radiant actually getting a good position on Maddie. He's taking so much damage. Ignite actually going down. And the Death Sentence landing with the Expunge. First blood onto Radiant, and that was fantastic. You know, that Death Sentence really keeping Maddie in place, and that is how you shut down Maddie.
That is the 2v1 not really working for WobblyBears. I mean, they didn't really want it in the first place, and it's worked out so well for Immunity. They got that first blood, and Maddie getting shut down.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, not exactly shut down, but not giving him a chance to really get rolling here.
Yeah. So I believe you call that move Big Fists. Is that what you refer to?
Stretch Armstrong. Stretch Armstrong.
Claire taking a bit of damage from the tower there. Janishir just going to mitigate some of that. And blue team, they got the dragon.
Immunity just taking that dragon for free.
Immunity takes away the dragon quite easily. I guess that's what advantage of having, you know, the two bot lane and then Maddie being stuck around there as well.
Radia taking a bunch of hurt here though.
All right, now the Ignite ticking down on him. A nice flay picks up, and Maddie comes down across. Death Sentence onto him as well. Rosie now tanking a brunt of the damage. It's not going to be enough. Shaco forces the flash from Rosie. And that was almost a really good game taken down.
Yeah, amazing by Immunity to get out of that. And that Death Sentence pulling Maddie back from Radia as well, just really making sure that Rosie's AD carry was safe. That was fantastically well played. And then Rosie just popping the flash to get out of there. So really, really great. No summoners in the bot lane though, so it's going to be a little bit more dangerous if Shaco decides to come down there within the next few minutes.
Yep.
But we'll see. This top tower is getting taken down really, really low though. Swiper not really being able to do much about this, and he really needs to sort of back off at this point. But that's our first tower there for WobblyBears, so really, really good.
Yeah, they are still a little bit behind. That Dragon Gold helping out, as well as the first blood. So they are about 400 or 500 behind at this stage. 600 now, just creeping up further and further for Immunity.
Absolutely, and Malphite actually catching up in the mid lane. So he's just farming up the rates now. He's doing really, really well. Got that double Dorans and Catalyst and Doran Shield. So not very much damage coming out of Lissandra early, but she's looking to build that Rod of Ages and really start scaling into that late game.
Be that tanky bully that she can do with all that mobility in there as well.
Like I said, you don't really see very much of the Rod of Ages on Lissandra. Like a lot of the time, it's, you know, the Zhonya's Hourglass and the Abyssal Scepter, you know, for those sort of that tanky AP mid sort of style. But we'll just see how it works.
And double Doran's on Malphite. He's just trying his best to get that lane advantage so he can stay in there and bully away using his Seismic Shard to harass and CS as much as he can, I guess, in this situation. And he's doing really well. I mean, it's 55 to 52 CS, so he's a little bit ahead. I mean, it's exactly the same CS, so pretty much.
And when you've got that AP Malphite, you know, that Seismic Shard does a lot of damage. And he's probably going to build for this possible Athenes next for the mana regen.
Yep.
And getting that Chalice will really help him just spam out those Seismic Shards over and over again, which is really difficult to deal with when you don't have any natural sustain, except for that Catalyst, I guess, coming out of Heavens.
Yeah, helping out when he does level up. Giving a bit of mana as well as health on return for leveling up. Rosie now sitting on top of a brush, but Alicia is there.
Alicia lurking. And this could be very, very dangerous.
Oh, is he going to drag that minion back into the brush? Rosie tried his best not to give away the position of J4.
And I wonder if this has actually alerted Claire and Stars into thinking that perhaps Alicia is actually there in that brush. And Stars wanting to come around and pop a ward in, does get it in there. And suspicions have been confirmed at this point.
Alicia's going to return to his jungling routine. Lee Sin and Shaco both in amongst the jungle. Matty just trying to catch up on the CS. He's doing relatively well.
Yeah, only 10 behind Zach.
Yeah.
And Zach's been in that free lane for quite some time. And he's going to pick up this gigantic wave top. So
there's
Matty
an ulti
really
from
not
Claire,
finishing
though. Radiant taking a bunch of damage. There's a Lantern out as well. The Flay pushing Claire back. And now they feel like they can come down. There is a Death Sentence straight onto Claire. A barrier and Ignite. J4 is there. Misses the flag toss over the wall, though. It doesn't quite land the EQ combo. So
Yeah, and Spray and Pray was actually popped there as well.
now
Essie
Alicia
coming
in
down,
trouble.
Alicia is in a lot of trouble. He was trying to back randomly in that particular point.
there's a
Wow,
Cataclysm.
Stars though getting taken down solo. Essie picking up a kill onto Alicia and pops the ultimate as well. Gets the clone out. And wow, if that Dark Passage had have come out any sooner, I mean, that could have been Alicia's life. But Essie just putting that clone in, hopefully getting some damage down onto these creeps. And Maddie finally in a 1v1 situation.
Really unfortunate for Alicia there to be caught out by Essie coming down that bottom, and he actually was invisible. He did stand on a wood, so he just chucked out the invis and went down there and picked up a nice kill onto J4. Now Matty is doing, he's happy now. He's got his 1v1 lane where he can farm as much as possible. He is 10 CS behind, but they have also picked up 2 turrets on WobblyBears.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's really making up for that dragon that they missed out on from Immunity. You know, that's like a 1,000 gold lead for the WobblyBears, which is not something you'd expect. You know, Immunity tend to take the lead really, really early. So I'm really glad that this is actually turning out to be a bit of a matchup here.
Yep. The gold lead is starting to creep away from Immunity. Where can they maybe look for the next gank and try and regain that lead that they did have earlier on? Maybe up at this top lane. I know they've put a lot of resources in to try and shut down Matty, and maybe that's what's going to continue. They're going to leave bot lane alone. J4 is heading towards top, just trying to, yes, he's just going to back.
And I can see the bot lane here coming into mid lane and trying to push down this last remaining outer turret. Heaven's doing a really good job of clearing out that wave, but look at that seismic shard taking off a quarter of Heaven's health. Like, it's really, really strong at this point. Picking up that giant spell as well, so this is a really sort of tanky perfections in the mid lane, and that unstoppable force hasn't actually been seen yet, and it's going to be really scary. The ground slam even doing a lot of damage.
WobblyBears grouping up around mid lane now. Both Stars and Claire on Ezreal and Jana coming down and trying to push this mid turret.
Yeah,
there's
the
unstoppable force.
force.
Oh my god.
Incredible glacial tomb there, just locking up everything. Frozen Tomb, sorry. I'm mixing Sejuani and Lysandra together. Damn these Fjord champions. But anyway, they have to... Heavens is forced back, so they are going to get some damage onto this tower. That being said, Swiper is here just to offer his defense. So I cannot say enough how good that Frozen Tomb was.
Dragon is up, though, and WobblyBears pushing down. There's plenty of pressure on the map from them. And there is a teleport from Lysandra going towards his top lane. Forced to use it to defend. And Essie, a ping's coming out around Dragon. I don't think the WobblyBears are going to attempt it at this stage. But Shaco and Lee Sin want to take out Heavens. They're sitting in this brush. There is the Q.
Yeah, and they know that the Frozen Tomb's on cooldown. And that E
is
so incredibly strong.
All right, Immunity trying to start this dragon fight, though, knowing that both Shaco and Lee Sin are in this top lane. Swiper has joined the fight as well, and this is going to be the second dragon for Immunity.
Yeah, Essie's actually going back now. They know that they can't contest this, so just really, really good map awareness there by Team Immunity to know that the dragon was coming up and they need to get over there to take it. And that's evened out this game completely. Star's getting caught here by the Flay as well, and Perfection's in a really hairy position right now.
He uses the Cataclysm, and there is no flash available on
Maddie's come in as well.
Wow.
Alicia getting taken down solo, and Maddie's getting a little bit too close and can't really 1v4 yet at this stage. That being said, could imagine it might happen in the future. You know, Maddie can get very, very strong on that Lee Sin.
And looks like they want to try and get themselves a mid turret as well. Ezreal is down bot, farming away, and Lysandra is just going to try and bait out.
Yeah, scare tactics there with the E.
And that's a really good lead now for Team Immunity. They have got themselves a dragon. They've got themselves a turret, a mid turret, nonetheless, the one you really kind of want to spend your time on. And are they going to get a second tier turret? Ezreal,
yeah, they're putting a lot of damage down.
Yeah, Ezreal's still bot. Shaco is behind, and he's walking out there, maybe chucking the boxes down just to throw everyone off. Maybe not.
I think he was just tanking up those turrets to make sure that, I mean, those creeps so that they wouldn't have any.
Yeah, Rosie looking for a grab maybe, and J4 is going to meet Shako down in that jungle, but I think Shako will be able to escape.
Yeah, it's not really going to work when you've got Shako as slippery as he is. And they're actually waiting around this red buff. This is very ballsy play by the WobblyBears.
Very true. They want to try and steal it away, but comes Lissandra, and they do get it. Essie takes away their red buff.
Yeah, and Heaven's not wanting to follow up that either. So, interesting work, and Essie managing to get the counter jungle down. That being said, 1.5k gold lead for Immunity, but that's definitely one of the lowest we've seen so far. Heaven's coming in with that Glacial Path. I believe it's Glacial Path.
Still a very...
Path,
It is? It is?
Yeah.
It's still a very close game, though. I mean, the gold lead is slowly creeping up for Team Immunity, but it's still considerably close. 2-1 turrets in favour of WobblyBears. I guess that's keeping the map control a little bit in their favour right now, although Immunity want to push more down onto this mid lane. Everybody's there. Lee Sin's top, trying to do a bit of split pushing, and Rosie's sitting right on top of a ward. He's going to try and get a death sentence, but it's not going to happen.
Yeah, it is, of course, a matter of time, though, before Immunity just outscale WobblyBears. You know, their picks are just much stronger coming into that late game, and I'm actually quite frightened that WobblyBears can't make the impact that they need to in this earlier stage of the game where they have the advantage.
All right, and look, they just feel really strong right now to be able to push down this turret.
Yeah, Perfection doing a lot of work.
Because Shako is down bottom lane.
Someone's landing on a creep.
Yeah, Rosie not quite landing that death sentence. And here comes Maddie. We see the knock up at the back as well from J4. Where's there's ultimate from Lissandra is huge right now. Cataclysm on top of that. Monsoon as well as the Unstoppable Force knocking up a few members there from Immunity. They're taking a ton of damage. Twitch picks up a kill on a Malphite. Thresh taking down that Shako as well. Maddie comes in and just steals away that J4 and a double kill for Radiant as for Swiper.
Yeah, that was absolutely huge for Immunity. That Frozen Tomb coming out of Heavens was perfect. Damaged 3 people and got them incredibly low. Just really understanding how the Lissandra works, you know, with that Rod of Ages, and Heavens is only going to get stronger at this point.
He is, and they're going to get themselves that inhibitor turret. They probably won't be able to get the inhibitor at this stage, as the rest of the WobblyBears are up, but they're trying their best to get this...
oh, wow, they took it down as well. Radio already has so much damage with that Bloodthirster.
And now Maddie looking to go on the offensive, but gets slowed down from Twitch.
Yeah, absolutely, and that was an amazing take there. And a gigantic exchange, you know, stretching that gold lead to 3.5k. And that only happened in the last 3 minutes. Immunity just know how to take control of a game. It's like they decided, oh, okay, WobblyBears look like they're really going to make some moves here. No. We're going to take a dragon, we're going to take 3 turrets in a row up your mid lane and win a team fight.
Shako,
it's just really scary having this Twitch on 5 kills as well.
It is, you know, Radiant doing a really good job keeping in the back lines, playing his Twitch, and Thresh is also 1-0. I mean, the only person that's died twice is Alicia. You've got Swiper, got 5 assists on that Zac. He's finished up his Sunfire Cape, got a Ninja Tabi as well. He's very, very tanky right now.
Oh yeah, he's an absolute beast and really not scared of that Lee Sin at all. He's only just managed to pick up his Hydra.
Yeah, Ravenous Hydra on Lee Sin. He's only got the cloth armor. He doesn't have a Ninja Tabi just yet, but I dare say he'll be building straight for that. Pings all around the top turret from Immunity. They want to take out this top turret as well, get more map control. And look at all these wards. They're just warding everywhere from Rosie, doing a really good job and trying to just get those death sentence picks.
Maddie's the last hit on that blue Wraith there. And Radiant going to put a whole bunch of damage, and they got a really large wave here. And lots of people coming up from Immunity. This is a tower definitely for them.
It is Essie getting caught out there by Alicia, and now Lisa has joined the fight. EQ over towards the empty red buff, but
Heavens has been caught on his own though. They are collapsing. The Glacial Path does come out. The Shiv lands, but gets back to his turret easily. And that Glacial Path is just so useful. If Perfections had have landed that Unstoppable Force before Heavens had made it out, perhaps there was a chance. But Heavens has the reaction time to get out of there in time.
He does. And while they were doing that now, Perfection getting knocked up by Alicia. Alicia going very aggressive. Swiper over the top. Cataclysm doesn't come out. And Alicia having to flash away. Maddie in big trouble, falling solo. Kicks Alicia. Picks up the kill there. Shaco does that one. But Twitch taking out that Lee Sin as well. And here comes Heavens, and they're taking down Perfection so low. Wow, godlike Radiant. That's not fun.
Yeah, 2-for-1 exchange there for Immunity, and Alicia going down again. You know, he seems to be taking the bullets for his team at this point.
Yep.
But that's what you want to do as a tank. You want to be that damage soak, and he definitely soaked as much damage as he could.
Well, he's been involved in 7 of the 8 kills that Immunity have, so everything has been situated around him. He's really making the plays. That was a very close death sentence.
Yeah, Star's only just managing to walk away, and you could say that was almost down to the Janna passive, of course.
Haha, yeah. You know
and Heavens is chasing... No, he's just found a box. I thought it looked like an Essie was in the jungle there, but he was actually dead. So don't even worry about it.
And yeah, Immunity showing they really are in control at the moment. They have taken down all those turrets. It is now 5-2 turrets and 8-3 in favor, 8-3 kills in favor of Team Immunity. They've got the gold lead up there now, around about 5.5k. And Dragon is up. I dare say Immunity will take that one.
Oh, Rosie getting sneakily taken out of his back there by the True Shot Barrage.
Look, Heavens now a little bit out, and he's going to just fly over
glacial path away.
Glacial path, too strong.
So this Dragon is probably up for contention. We're looking to see Immunity probably take down this bot lane as well, and it's just systematic taking of turrets in each lane.
Oh, there we go. In big trouble. On that Ezreal, he just flashes over the wall, but it's not enough. Heavens picking up a kill on him. Wow, that was really good work.
Yeah, and you can see now the fact that Immunity have this incredibly long-range engage with the Zac stretching strike. With the elastic slingshot, and the flag and drag coming out of Jarvan into that Cataclysm, covering so much distance, and of course that glacial path coming in from Heavens, being able to engage from so far away. They can even catch an Ezreal out. No one is safe on the WobblyBears right now, and they're going to take this inhibitor.
Oh, Lee Sin going in, trying to do as much harass as possible. Perfection getting flayed away there. Ignite ticking down onto him. A death sentence does land. They do follow it up with the EQ from Java. Monster at the back pushes them away. SA's in there as well, falling very low. Rosie gets ignited at the back there, forced out of the fight. Perfection just standing there with no health at all. Maddie trying his best to clean up, and even Ezreal can't even get anybody with that Arcane Barrage.
No, that True Shot Barrage really not doing enough damage. And Radiant wasn't touched in that fight. He lost a tiny little bit of health, and he was just able to spray and pray all over that team. And it was a little bit disheartening to watch, to be perfectly honest. WobblyBears just getting melted by the power of this Twitch. 7-0-3, just really, really strong. Doesn't have the CS, you know, he's 40 down on that Israel, but 7 kills is definitely going to make up for that.
It is, and they get themselves a Dragon as well, and further increasing that gold lead. And it won't be long before the WobblyBears are just too far behind to really start moving out from their base. Immunity are closing in with just too much map pressure.
They've really got to make a play. I mean, they're not going to get anything done. If this game keeps going the way it is and they just keep fighting Immunity's fights, then they're just going to lose. So we need to see WobblyBears just make a move and do something crazy.
True. All right, now, so let's have a look at some of the items. Everybody picking up some big stuff right now. Lissandra's actually finished off that Zhonya's Hourglass as well as the Rod of Ages. So very tanky and can just, throw herself out of the fight if needed. Ulti herself, ulti someone else, throw that Zhonya's Hourglass. Just waste a lot of time in the team fights, crucial seconds. Not even that, even half a second. And there we go again. Oh, wow, a nice flay there from Rosie, picking up stars. And the box as well. Rosie wanted that kill for himself.
Absolutely. You know, the Edward Carey style. And Essie just running around going, what the heck can I do against this team? Maddie is a little bit out of position here. He's going to do some fancy Lee Sin mechanics to get out, and Essie just... Oh, Rosie taking a gamble.
That would have been good if he did land that one. And Maddie in trouble top lane. I think WobblyBears have given up.
A little bit.
A little bit given up, yeah. And Maddie just fighting back and forth. But Twitch is here as well. Radiant is legendary.
And Maddie's going to be feeling like that's a little bit unfair, you know. 1v1 me, bro. And not getting it. Radiant coming in for the easy kill with Expunge.
8-0-3 Twitch at 23 minutes, and he's finished his Bloodthirst, a Phantom Dancer, as well as a Berserker Greaves. Got that pickaxe maybe on his way towards Last Whisper.
Yeah, absolutely. And this turret is going to have no hope of staying up at this point, especially with Maddie down. You know, the Dark Passage being taken there by Swiper, I think, is quite interesting. Oh, Death Sentence very, very close. Almost landing on Declare.
And Immunity just quite happy to siege this top turret now. The inhibitor, as Maddie has returned to the fight.
They're probably going to go for this fight.
They may do. Perfection does have his ultimate up. Where's the Unstoppable Force going to go? And look at Heavens. Wow, Zonya's perfect. Zonya's running there. There's the Unstoppable Force, but it doesn't knock up. It's Lissandra as well. So much damage coming from Twitch. Spray and pray everywhere. Just killing. There is a double kill. Zach picking up a kill there and triple kill for Swiper. Will he get the Quadra? Claire around the back.
He's going to be pretty mad at Swiper as well if he gets this kill.
On top of that one. Rosie wants it though. Rosie wants it. He takes it away.
And this is going to be the game here for Immunity, showing their dominance once again against the WobblyBears. And 18-4, it was looking close at the beginning, but they really closed it out hard. And they just, it was a systematic takedown of everything. You know, the surrender vote does come in at the end.
All right, so WobblyBears are going to be looking for the next game. They're going to be saying, okay, what can we do different?
Yeah, they've really got to try and shake this game off and shake their entire series against Immunity off at this point and really try and bring it to them in this next game. So we'll just have to see how it goes.
All right, Immunity, all they need to do is win the next game. They've won the grand final. The guys from WobblyBears need to win 2 more to stay, well, at least 1 more to stay in it, and then win the last one to take away the grand final ACL Melbourne. We will be shortly into the
absolutely
into the game. We're just waiting for an invite, so we'll see you guys very soon.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.